Hey everybody, I'm here today to answer the simplistic question of how does a telescope work? I'll be giving you an easy explanation for beginners about telescope functionality. Let's get right into the video. As you can see right here, a telescope like this one right here consists of two main things. We have the objective lens, which is the big lens over here at the front end of the telescope. Not the one that you look into, but the one that you are seeing out from. Okay, so that is the objective lens right over there. And then you have the eyepiece over here. Okay, this is the eyepiece lens or the optical lens. Whatever you want to call it. Some people call it the ocular lens. It's basically completely up to you. But those are the two things that are basically what makes a telescope work the way that it does. Okay, I was going to say that it was, but they do work like this. Not that they didn't, but you know, we're talking about the present tense here. So essentially, from this objective lens, it's nice and big, so it gathers lots of light from a distant object. So when you're looking in the distance, it's going to gather lots of light from that distant object, and it's going to bring it into focus on a small, tiny little pinpoint. So basically, it takes lots of light, and then it focuses that light in and that image in on a tiny point, okay? And then this eyepiece over here takes that tiny point of focus and then expands it bigger so that you can actually see what's going on with your eye. So let me step into the camera frame and I'll give you a little bit of a better idea as I sort of tell you what I mean over here. So over here is a big opening. This gathers lots of light from the distant object that you're looking at. So let's say you're looking at the moon or a planet or whatever you're looking at. It's just something in the distance, okay? It's going to gather lots of light through this big opening. It's like a big eye over here, a big pupil, big retina, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm not an eye doctor. My neighbor is though. But anyways, so he gives me some information, but I'm not a professional by any means. So this gathers lots of light, and then it takes that light and then it focuses it in on a very, very small point over here. So it takes lots of light and it focuses that light in on a very small point over here. Then that tiny little point, which has that image, okay, that magnified image, then gets opened up into a bigger image through the eyepiece lens that you can see with your eye. So essentially, if you didn't have the eyepiece lens on here, it would basically take that image and it would bring it into a small point. And that image would be just so small that you can't really see it with your bare naked eye, okay? With your bare eye. But this eyepiece lens then magnifies that image, which is why this is a magnifier in itself. So this eyepiece lens essentially takes that image and magnifies that image so you can actually see it. Because you couldn't see it if it's tiny. Imagine looking at a TV screen that's like the size of a pinpoint, right? You wouldn't be able to see anything. So this then amplifies that, magnifies that. That's how a telescope works. Literally, that's it. Now there are refractor telescopes and reflector telescopes. Refractors are basically ones like this one over here where you have a glass piece or a lens in there. Reflector is going to have a mirror, a primary mirror. It's basically, they use a similar type of idea, so my explanation is going to be valid for both, but this is a refractor type. But yeah, it's going to work for both. Essentially, big, lots of light, big image gets focused into a small point and then gets opened up. That small point then gets opened up to a bigger image through the eyepiece. That's it. That's how telescopes work. Telescope functionality explained. Sort of in a nutshell. That's the basics of it. If you like this video explanation, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.